Hello everyone, welcome back to the Sara Bioinformatics YouTube channel. I am Sarita. Welcome to episode 3 and episode 4 of our NGS Bioinformatics Master's course. In our previous episode, we discussed molecular biology fundamentals and understood why molecular biology is important before starting NGS data analysis. We learned that bioinformatics is not only about computers programming our software to analyze biological data correctly, we first need to understand the biology behind that data. So today's we are going one step further. We will focus on two of the most important molecules in biology, DNA and RNA. We will understand that DNA and RNA are their basic structure, their function, how they are different, and most importantly, how they connect with NGS and bioinformatics. Today's lecture is about DNA and RNA, which are the foundation of genetic information. Before we start working with sequencing data such as FASTQ file, we need to understand what kind of biological molecule are actually being sequenced. DNA and RNA carry important biological information. DNA mainly stores genetic information while RNA play an important role in using and expressing that information. Throughout this lecture, we will understand their structure, component, function, and their importance in NGS data analysis. So, by the end of this lecture, you should have a clear understanding of why DNA and RNA are so important for a bioinformatician. Before moving forward, let's quickly recall what we learned in our previous episode. In episode 1, we introduced NGS, we discussed what NGS is, why it is important, what NGS data analysis means, and we looked at the complete roadmap of our course. Then, in episode 2, we discussed molecular biology fundamentals. We learned why molecular biology is important for NGS and how biology connect with bioinformaticians. The most important message from that lecture was before analyzing sequencing data, we must understand that biological molecules behind the data. And that brings us to today's topic, DNA and RNA. Now you may ask, why are we learning DNA and RNA in an NGS bioinformatics course? The answer is very simple. NGS data analysis begins with biological molecules. If we perform DNA sequence, we are studying DNA. If we perform RNA sequencing, we are studying RNA. Therefore, we must understand what DNA and RNA are before we can understand the sequencing data generated from them. Understanding DNA and RNA will help us later when we learn about DNA sequencing, RNA-seq, FASTQ file, gene expression analysis, and genetic variants. So always remember to understand NGS data, first understand what is being sequenced. Now let's start with DNA. DNA stands for deoxyribonucleic acid. DNA is the primary genetic material that stores hereditary information in most living organisms. You can think of DNA as a biological information storage system. It contains the instruction required for the development, functioning, and reproduction of an organism. DNA stores genetic information and passes that information from one generation to the next. It also contains genes that provide instruction of producing proteins and regulating biological functions. In eukaryotic cells, most DNA is located inside the nucleus. However, DNA is also present in organelles such as the mitochondria. So, in simple words, we can think of DNA as the long term storage of genetic information in a cell. Now let's understand the basic structure of DNA. DNA has a famous double helix structure. You can imagine it like a twisted ladders. The two sides of the ladders form the sugar phosphate backbone, while the tip of the ladders are formed by pair of nitrogenous bases. The basic unit of DNA is called a nucleotide. Each nucleotide contains three components: a phosphate group, a deoxyribose sugar, and a nitrogenous basis. There are four main bases in DNA: adenine, thymine, guanine, and cytosine. These bases follow complementary base pairing. Adenine pairs with thymine and guanine pairs with cytosine. The order sequence of our sequence of these bases A, T, G, and C store genetic information. This sequence is extremely important for NGS because sequencing technologies ultimately determine the order of these nucleotides. Now let's connect DNA with NGS. When researchers perform DNA sequencing, their goal is to determine the sequence or order of nucleotide in DNA. Using NGS, we can study many different types of genetic information. For example, we can sequence an entire genome known as whole genome sequencing. We can study the exome using whole exome sequencing. We can identify genetic variant, SNPs, insertion and deletion, mutation, and structural variations. For example, if we are studying genetic disease, we may want to identify a mutation that could be associated with that disease. NGS allows us to generate large amount of DNA sequence data, and bioinformatics allows us to analyze that data. So the basic journey is DNA sequencing, raw data, and bioinformatics analysis, then biological interpretation. Now let's move to RNA. RNA stands for ribonucleic acid. While DNA mainly stores genetic information, RNA play an important role in using that information. RNA is usually single-stranded. It contains a sugar called ribose. One important difference between DNA and RNA is the nitrogenous basis. DNA uses thymine, RNA uses uracil. RNA is also very important for gene expression. There are different type of RNA. mRNA, mRNA carries genetic information from DNA and serves as a template for protein production. tRNA helps bring amino acid during protein synthesis, and rRNA forms an important part of the ribosome and participates in protein synthesis. For our NGS course, mRNA will be especially important because RNA-seq is commonly used to study gene expression. Now let's compare DNA and RNA. DNA stands for deoxyribonucleic acid, while RNA stands for ribonucleic acid. DNA contains deoxyribose sugar, where RNA contains ribose sugar. DNA is usually double-stranded, while RNA is usually single-stranded. DNA uses thymine, whereas RNA uses uracil, and their major functions are also different. We can think of DNA as the long term information storage system and RNA as the molecule that help use and express that information. A very simple way to remember this: DNA information storage and RNA information in action. This is a simplified explanation, but it helps us understand the basic relationship between DNA and RNA. Now we come to one of the most important concept in molecular biology. The basic flow of genetic information can be represented as DNA, RNA, protein. DNA contains genetic information through a process called transcription. Information from DNA is used to produce RNA. Then through translation, the information in RNA is used to produce proteins. Proteins perform many important functions in our cells and bodies. These concepts help us understand gene expression and is also very important for understanding RNA-seq. For example, when we perform RNA-seq, we are studying RNA molecules to understand which genes are being expressed and how their expression changes under different conditions. We will discuss this concept in much more detail in a dedicated lecture on the central dogma of molecular biology. Now let's understand an important difference between DNA sequencing and RNA sequencing. DNA sequence helps us understand the genetic information that is present in an organism. For example, we can study the genome, mutation, SNPs, and other genetic variants. In, contra- in contrast, RNA sequencing, commonly known as RNA-seq, help us understand gene expression. It tells us which genes are active, how strongly they are expressed, and how gene expression changes between different biological conditions. RNA-seq can also help us study transcripts, differentially expressed gene, alternative splicing, and the transcriptome data analysis, and upregulated genes, downregulated genes. So, in the simple way, DNA sequencing asks what genetic information is present, while RNA sequencing asks which genes are active and how are they expressed. This difference is very simple and very important because later in this course we will perform both type of analysis conceptually and practically. Finally, let's connect everything we learned today with bioinformatics. The process begins with biological molecules such as DNA or RNA. These molecules are processed and sequenced using sequencing technologies. The sequence machine, the sequencing machine then generates raw sequencing data. This raw data is given to bioinformaticians. Using computational tool and pipeline, we process, analyze, and interpret the sequencing data. Finally, we convert those results into biological knowledge and scientific discoveries. So the complete journey is first biological molecules, then sequencing and create raw data, and bioinformaticians uh, dis- then bioinformatics discovery, biological interpretation. This is why understanding DNA and RNA is essential. When we later start working with FASTQ files, we should know what those sequences represent biologically. We should not simply run commands and generate result. We should understand the biology behind the data. And that is the real goal of the NGS Bioinformatics Master course. So let's quickly summarize today's lecture. Today we learned what DNA is and why it is called the blueprint of life. We understood the basic structure of DNA and its four bases. We learned what RNA is and its major step. We compared DNA and RNA. We introduced the flow of genetic information from DNA to RNA to protein, and finally we understood the difference between DNA sequence and RNA sequence and how both connected to bioinformatics. In our next lecture, we will continue building our molecular biology foundation. We will discuss gene, chromosome, and genome and understand how DNA is organized inside a cell. This will help us understand what exactly we are studying when we perform genome sequencing and other NGS experiment. Thank you for watching Sarah Bioinformatics YouTube channel. If you are enjoying this course, don't forget to like and subscribe this video and share it with other students and researchers who are interested in NGS and bioinformatics. I will see you soon. And if you have any other question, so please write in the comment box. I will explain again and again. Thank you so much.